Yeah, so A
So we're gonna
Quiet
open
Place
with A
is
Quiet
our
Place.
film. This was a big hit, not this past weekend, the weekend before. I believe it
Yeah.
made about $50 million.
I believe it did.
Yeah.
Well, it beat out the previous
it
week
did, yeah.
of wasn't Jumanji. It was wasn't Black Panther.
It was Ready Player One, correct?
Oh,
was that
correct.
the film before that? Did it
you
beat
are
out?
you are right,
Yeah.
sir. You are correct.
Yeah, so A Quiet Place, directed and starring John Krasinski and his wife, Emily
his
Blunt.
lovely wife, Emily Blunt.
It is a horror film, and basically it takes place in a...
I don't hate you, the owner. He says I hate him. I don't. Nah, he doesn't, says Magruder.
No, he doesn't.
I don't hate you at all.
He's just a
there's great
ball
love.
buster.
There's great love for you there, oh nerd.
But so the
It's
Quiet...
misdirected love, but there is love for you.
There is. Okay, back to the show. So A Quiet Place, for those of you who don't know the story, it's just a post-apocalyptic America. We learned that there's been some creatures that have basically taken out most of the population.
Yeah.
And so we're about, I think, 4 or 5 months into this situation, and people were basically living and hiding because these creatures are blind,
Yes.
but they can find you if you make noise.
Well, they look like their exposed ear almost
they're
looks
big,
like a
huge
big
ears, massive
gaping.
hearing.
It looks like a big gaping birth canal.
It does. It's huge.
Is what
and it
looks
opens
like.
up wide when they're
It
detecting.
opens up very wide, and it
Yeah.
kind of flutters, and it's a very bizarre looking.
And they're
creature.
very lanky and long, like spiderish long forelegs, just creepy.
This is
Anything with long,
basically-
creepy arms and legs is very disturbing to me.
It is. It does
Yeah.
have a spider-esque,
Very spider-esque,
almost
yeah.
feel to it. And I will say this too. This is basically Alien on Earth.
Exactly, yeah.
It really is.
In the heartland of America,
Exactly
in a field
so.
somewhere. They're a farm family. They have couple kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very beautifully made film.
It's very- I mean, Krasinski really impressed
enjoyed
me.
this. He really did. He sat back. I noticed that he said that he watched many of the great horror films. He watched The Exorcist. He watched Alien. He just went back through an entire gamut of
Mm-hmm.
Jaws, just to building tension and how to build tension properly in horror. And it is an art form, and I think he took it to the next level. I think for as a debut, this is not his debut direction.
No, but it's his debut in this genre.
This is debut horror film. I think he did a great job.
He also directed previously a film that you liked called The Hollers. And he also directed.
I did like The Hollers.
Yeah, and he was also the co-writer of Promised Land with Matt Damon, who also co-wrote that film.
Oh, yeah.
That was a film. It was an environmental film.
No.
But this is definitely a step up for him as a filmmaker.
I didn't care
Yeah.
for that so much. But I thought this was a beautifully made, guys. One for the movie review,
Oh,
guys. Says
thank you, the Nerd, for that
Sorry, I can't watch
donation.
review on your tube.
Whatever that is.
But here's some money. Where's the money, dude?
I don't know how it works, but thank you for doing it.
Show me the money.
Yeah.
Money, honey.
But I'll say this, A Quiet Place is a very effective film.
It was.
It's a nice short film. It's an hour and 45 minutes, 40 minutes
It's
at
about an
most.
hour and 41
It
minutes.
moves very quickly.
It does move
but
nice.
not in any kind of a way that deters from the story. The pace is good. We really get to know these characters. One thing that was really cool is that they the daughter character, a young girl, probably 11 or 12, 13.
Right.
She's deaf in real life, and the character is deaf.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Her other film before this was a film I briefly discussed on one of our previous shows, called Wonderstruck. And she
Okay.
was in that film. That was her
I did
debut.
not see that either.
This
I would
was
like to.
definitely a more juicier role, I think, for her.
Absolutely.
She's very good.
I had no idea she's deaf in real
Yeah,
life.
real life. Yeah, so and that
Good.
plays into the storyline nicely.
It always amazes me how deaf people are able to regulate the volume of their speech when they talk. And she does talk quite a bit in this, but it does amaze me. One thing I do want to say about this movie that absolutely loved was the concentration that he did on family.
Yes.
He took the family element and he put the family first. He put that love for family, love amongst the wife, the kids. Of course, we lose the first.
Well, let's not give away the.
Well, that's at the very beginning of the
I
film.
know, but it's still a spoiler. I didn't know that was going to happen.
Well, it was just to show us the creature.
I know.
It was to get us involved in why we are walking so slowly.
and it also sets up something that happens later on,
well,
too.
it sets up true,
Yeah,
but
you know what I'm talking
basically I do.
Yeah.
But it sets up the entire
It does.
essence of the
It gives
film.
us the world. Yeah.
It lets us know why they're tiptoeing home from the market.
Yeah.
With their shoes
Children,
off.
yeah.
So that, and we do see one of their children who puts on a little puts on a little aeroplane and
has
it makes
a
a
sound.
zzz sound and no whack. And out of the blue of the western sky comes this creature and just crushes him like a bug. It was amazing. I was into this film right from the beginning.
Me too. I was really glued to
I
the
have
screen
to
the whole
say.
time, and I
Absolutely.
really loved it. I really enjoyed it. It's a very good film. I have nothing but good things to say about it, honestly. In horror, when it's well done, is really.
And you are not a horror buff.
I'm not a horror buff. I like some movies. I like things like this. You're definitely just at the buff.
And
but
with your new hairless face, you are horrifying to look at.
Thank you, appreciate that.
So there is a horror element here
You always
for
say I
me.
look like Clark Gregg from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, this is true. And also
We both
married
have
to...
that big forehead.
Married to, you can show home movies on that
We
forehead.
can. Yeah, he's married to Colby Smulders.
No, he's married to Jennifer Grey.
Oh, Jennifer, that's who it is.
Colby Smulders is
He's married
close
to the other guy, Taron. Yeah, you're right.
Whatever his name is, he used to be on
Exactly.
Saturday Night
Saturday
Live.
Night
Taron
Killam. Killam, yes.
And he also did that horrible
Who did that movie
film-
with Schwarzenegger? Killing Gunther.
Oh, that was a horrible
Yeah,
film.
that was okay, nothing great.
Garbage deluxe.
Yeah.
The oh nerd, please, check out his face, oh nerd. No nerd is pointing out, nice clean shave, mate.
Yes.
I think he might be from Australia.
Maybe.
Maybe the old nerd is, because he did call you mate. He didn't say cheers, but he said mate.
Yes.
All right, so anyway,
So we both really
did like
enjoyed
The Quiet Place.
two big
Absolutely.
yeses for Quiet Place.
It's a big, it is a big thumbs
it's
up.
an
I
excellent
really
little
enjoyed it
film.
quite a bit. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was eerie. It was frightening.
Yeah.
There a little bit of something I do want to mention. The ending, I felt somebody dies at the end.
Yes.
A major character, of course. I will not mention who. And I thought that was all unnecessary because we had already established within a silo a character who knew that this thing worked with this.
Yeah.
And therefore, but she still let this person take the rap, and that kind of upset me. But that's neither here nor there. That is only for those people who have seen the film.
And what I
and
like
may
too is
comment
that I'm hoping
on it at a later time.
is the kind of film that I'm hoping it's a standalone movie. We don't need a sequel. Let's just leave it be at one.
Well,
I don't think we need to see more.
I wouldn't mind seeing.
Because there was one thing about the creature that I didn't like.
What was that?
And it's just, and this seems to be a trend with a lot of movie creatures these days, is that they all have a face that opens up with all these different.
That predator.
Like predator face, but like starfish. Too many openings in the mouth. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
It was good the first time I saw it. Now I feel like that's
where
a
else
played
have we
out.
seen it besides Predator?
Predator had that. No, they had that. The demon creature in Stranger Things had that.
Oh, okay.
They had that in Blade 2. The guy had a mouth with the mandibles.
Oh,
I've
did?
seen it pretty often these
Okay.
days. And there's other examples that I'm obviously forgetting, but it's a small critique. It's an excellent film.
And I went out with a girl once, and she had a face that opened
I
up
know.
like that too.
Yeah,
That was
ba-dum-bum.
years ago. Hey, but
Yeah.
seriously. But anyway, we do love this film.
Yeah,
There's no
we
question
really
about it.
did.
There's nothing not to love. It's really
an
a
excellent
great
film.
little film. Whether you're a horror buff or not, I think you'll be mesmerized.
I think
by
it's
it. I
everybody.
truly
I
do.
think it's an accessible film, even to those people that aren't necessarily a horror person. It's good. It's very good. I recommend it highly.